my beautiful internet friends, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another Flashback Friday video. Today we're going to be dipping into the Anastasia Rivera palette. This palette was launched, I believe, around this time last year. It's a very beautiful palette. Honestly, I did a review video on it. I used it maybe once or twice since then in the past year, and I haven't touched it since because it's really just like not my cup of tea for like everyday wear, you know? It's very colorful and bright. I'm trying to like not blind you guys with the ring light. Yeah, it's very colorful, bright. It's a beautiful palette and I like the way it performed. It was never for me, but we're gonna dip into it today. I really want to play with this silvery blue color down here, Mediterranean. Also, I'm well aware my spray tan looks ridiculous. It's starting to like peel off of my chest and my shoulders. What can you do, really? I just got out of the shower, just exfoliated, so it looks even worse than before. We're gonna move past it. We're gonna move forward. It's okay. We all have flaws. This is mine. The first thing I'm gonna do is prime my eyes with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. Cute, huh? I'm gonna take a big old fluffy brush and I'm gonna pick up the shade Coastline. It's a really pretty, like, peachy transition shade. And I'm gonna buff that all in my crease. Like that. How is everyone's day, week, year going so far? How is quarantining yourself going? Is anyone going like stir crazy yet? I feel like I'm not like too affected by this personally because I've mentioned this before, but I do work in healthcare, so like I still have a job, I still have to go to work, I still have like a routine, you know? I feel like if I was somebody that like my job was shut down right now, or you know, I was unemployed right now. So I am very grateful that I have a job to where like I will not be unemployed. I will, you know, still have structure in my life. Of course, things at work are different. We're taking a lot of different precautions at work right now. And like the routine at work's kind of different right now because our whole building's on lockdown. But you know, besides like that, I'm kind of glad my life is still somewhat normal. My thoughts and prayers are going out to everybody that's been affected by this because I just can't even imagine. Oh, I can't even imagine it. Okay, to deepen up the crease, I am going to take Monte Carlo. It's like a deeper pinky shade. My car, old Betsy, my '06 Mitsubishi Galant, she finally gave up on me yesterday. I was driving down the road and she just slowly started decelerating and eventually came to a complete stop, and I turned it off, turned it back on, and it wouldn't move anymore. And I just got a call from my mom because she went to go pick it up for me because it's in her name, so she has to like get rid of it basically for me. And the car had no oil, which it wasn't due for an oil change or anything like that, so I don't know like how it had no oil, but it had no oil. I also know very little about cars, so don't come for me, but it had no oil and the transmission was blown out, which I did kind of figure that. I don't know much about cars, but I knew for a while my transmission was going out because every time I would drive my car, it would like it would do that while driving, and then like the neutral light would start flashing while I was in drive. So like, I kind of knew for a minute, like, okay, my car is definitely, she's definitely dying on me. So I've known for about a month now that was gonna happen. Yeah, I was really sad yesterday for, you know, because that car I've had since I was 17. I've had it for almost 4 years at this point. It was the first car I ever bought myself. It was my baby. It was a piece of junk, but like it was mine, you know? So I've had so many memories in that car. Like, I remember the day I graduated high school, I locked my keys in that car, and then we had to call someone to get the keys out of my car on graduation day after graduation in the middle of the parking lot at my high school, and that was just so embarrassing. And just so many other like memories like kept coming into my head with that car. Like I don't know, it's just kind of emotional for me. I know it's silly, it's a car, but it was my first like baby. It's my first like my car, you know? I'm gonna take this purple shade, Canes, and I'm gonna deepen up my outer corner with that purple. I remember not loving this purple in this palette originally, but I'm not gonna use too much of it just to deepen it up and give it like a purple hue. Had to get rid of my baby. She's getting junked here soon, and I'm really sad about it, but it was her time, you know. She's 14 years old. It had over 200,000 miles on it. I feel like that car like seen its prime, you know, like she lived a good life, and I think that's all that matters. I did already like purchase a new car. I got a car through Carvana. It's like a app website. You can buy a car online. I'm a little sketched out about it, not gonna lie, but I signed all the paperwork last night, got insurance for it, and I'm just waiting for them to deliver the car to my door. And they do give you like 7 days to test drive the car and see if you like it. So if I don't like it, I can return it. That's always the good thing. I was very scared. I'm like, what if I get it, I don't like it? But I can return it after 7 days if I hate it. So that's good. I definitely should have had like an adult with me when purchasing a car, but you know what? I did it all by myself. We're just gonna hope for the best because I was being a very independent person and making choices all by myself, which I never do. So you know what? We're gonna hope for the best, even though I probably should have got someone else's input on it, but it's okay. I'm gonna take a little bit of Palm, the deep brown, and just deepen up the very outer corner. There's no black in this palette, unfortunately, which I mean, I feel like every palette nowadays has a black in it, so I could go grab another palette and deepen this up. I'm not going to, because the whole point in this video is to use this palette, but like if I was just doing this look, I'd probably go grab a black from like Modern Renaissance or like Soft Glam or one of the other Anastasia palettes that has a black, or any other palette in general, because most palettes on the market have a black, so keeping that in mind, I would typically use a black. Going back over it with Canes, that purple shade. I think it's pronounced I'm gonna say Canes. I know that's not how you pronounce it. It's pronounced a completely different way, but I would just sound absolutely stupid if I even tried, so I know it's wrong. Let's move past it. Okay, now for the star of the show, I'm gonna take the shade Mediterranean right there. Beautiful color. I'm so excited for this. I don't think I've used this shade. I might have used it in my review video like a little bit, but I've never like put it all over my lid before, so I'm really excited. I am gonna spray my brush though. I don't feel like this is applying as like smoothly as other Anastasia shimmers do. It's kind of chunky, honestly. Like it's not performing to my standards. I'm not very impressed with this color in this moment. Like it's still a pretty shade, but the way it's applying is questionable. I'm getting a lot of fallout from that color as well. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but lots of fallout, and it's not applying that great. I feel like it's like a chunky glitter shade. It looks like a shimmer. Maybe it is supposed to be like a chunky glitter, and I don't know that, but it's applying so difficult. It's weird. I'm using a lot of setting spray and it's still just not smooth. Maybe if I use my finger? That's a bit more impactful. There's not really like a pop-in brow bone highlight in this palette. Like there's a matte white, but I want a shimmer for my brow bone. So I'm gonna dip into my Anastasia Sugar Glow Kit, and I'm gonna grab Marshmallow right there. I am gonna do a wing liner just to like maybe help this look a little bit. I don't know why I don't like it so much, but I just don't. Like, I don't know, it's not bad, but it's just like not my most favorite eye look ever, you know? So I'm taking my Gerard Cosmetics liquid liner and just doing a wing. So I do have a pair of lashes I'm gonna apply, but right now the glue is still drying, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my face makeup before we apply those. For primer, I'm taking my Smashbox Photo Finish So Chill Coconut Priming Water. There is like literally so little left of this. I'm trying to use it up, and every day I think it's the last day, and then it's not. So obviously my neck and my chest is a lot tanner than my face, so I'm gonna try and match my face to my neck and chest. So I'm gonna take my Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue foundation, which is my regular foundation shade, and then mix a little bit of this Anastasia Luminous foundation because I do have this in my summertime shade. So I'm gonna like mesh them together and hope for the best. It's a little light still, fuck. And I have very little left of my Anastasia one. I do have like a dark powder I can put over top of this to save it, hopefully. Okay, it's not like so bad of a match, but you can definitely tell my face is a little too light. All right, I'm gonna let that marinate on my face for a minute. I think I'm ready to apply my lashes. So for concealer, I'm taking my e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Again, this is not my right shade. In fact, it's entirely too light now, but I'm just gonna take a little bit of it. That way I don't like make my face even more pale than it needs to be, you know? And then to help add some color back into my skin, I'm taking my ColourPop Cosmetics blush stick in the shade Aloha. Oh my god, that was way too much, but you know what? It's fine. When in doubt, blend it out. Okay, then I'm going to take a translucent powder and set my direct under eye area, and then I'm going to use a darker powder to set the rest of my face. I'm only putting this darker powder on like the parameters of my face where I'd already applied bronzer, just in case the powder becomes like too dark too quickly, you know, it's already where I was going to apply like a bronzer. We somewhat made that work. Like, it could be a lot better. If I had the correct foundation shade, life would have been easier for me, but here we are. For bronzer, I'm going to take my Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade Soleil. It's a very, very warm tone bronzer. Again, hoping it'll help with my skin situation at the moment. What are some things you guys are doing while being quarantined to keep yourselves busy? Let me know down below, because I'm probably going to need some ideas just because I can't leave my house other than to go to work. I've been trying to film a little more, you know, keep you guys entertained, but besides filming and editing videos, I don't know what else to do with my life, you know? I'm not really like a cross-stitcher, like a sewer, or anything like that. I cannot do any of that to save my life. I've tried. My mom tried teaching me when I was a kid, and I just couldn't do it. It's just not for me. I used to be able to draw like somewhat well, but I haven't done it since high school, and I don't have any of my supplies anymore. I left them all at my mom's house when I moved out, so like I don't know if I can do it anymore. I'll probably end up just watching a lot of Netflix, more than likely. That'll be what happens. I feel like most of us are going to be doing that. For blush, I'm going to take my Tarte Blush Bliss palette. This is like a 2017 holiday palette, and I'm going to mix that mauve shade and then that shade right there together. Why? It just feels right. But if y'all have any Netflix suggestions, let me know down below. I love comedy, and then I love like true crime horror movies. So, you know, either of those genres is fine with me. And yes, I'm well aware those are two very different topics, two very different things, but that's just, it's what I like, you know? I'm gonna spray my face a little bit before I apply highlighter. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of it. I've been really into watching comedy specials lately. I don't know why it is. The amount of times I have rewatched John Mulaney's comedy specials on Netflix, he has 3 of them. And I have watched all 3 at least 5 times each. They're so good. I made my boyfriend sit down and watch them with me, and they're fucking hilarious. We both laughed so hard. John Mulaney is a treasure. I love him so much. He could do no wrong. If you haven't seen any of his comedy specials, I'd recommend that. My favorite one, it's hard to pick my favorite. My 2 favorites of the 3 are either the Radio City one. I think it's a Kid Gorgeous at Radio City, John Mulaney. That one's really good. And then also New in Town. Hilarious. Both are excellent. I'm going to take my Anastasia Glow Kit once again, and I'm going to use the shade Butterscotch to highlight my cheekbones, brow bone, nose, Cupid's bow, all that. But no, the other day I was going to rewatch John Mulaney again for the, you know, 6th time at this point, and I was like, maybe I should like broaden my horizons, watch some other comedy specials. I did watch the Pete Davidson comedy special. That one's really good as well. He's an okay comic. I think I like his stuff on SNL a bit more than that comedy special. It entertained me, you know. And then also Bert Kreischer. He's the big guy with the beard. He never wears a shirt when he does comedy specials. He's hilarious. I think he also has 3 different specials on Netflix, and I watched all 3 the other night, and they were just fantastic. So funny. He's like a dad kind of funny, you know, like if your dad got drunk and started telling stories, that's like Bert's whole like gig. We need to finish off this lower lash line and get on with our lives, shall we? I'm gonna take Monte Carlo on a little fluffy brush and put that all over my lower lash line from inner to outer corner. Oh, Taylor Tomlin, I think that's how you pronounce her last name. She also has a Netflix special, and it's also very good. Again, I made my boyfriend watch it with me, and it was hilarious. Would recommend. She's so funny. I feel like it's really hard for female comics to like get out there because nobody thinks women can be funny, which is stupid, but a lot of people don't think that. And so the fact that like she, as a woman, has her own Netflix special is just really dope to me. I'm gonna take that purple shade and deepen up my lower lash line. But yeah, if you guys have any other Netflix comedy specials to recommend besides the several people that I mentioned, let me know. I've been really into them lately. I don't know what it is. I think like I just need laughter right now. Like I just need to have a good time because the world is so hectic and crazy right now. Like I just want to like relax and have a good time and not think about that. And I think a lot of people are in my shoes as well. So, you know, watch those if you haven't. They'll make you smile. I'm gonna take my Maybelline Studio Gel Eyeliner and put that in my waterline. And then I'm gonna put some mascara on. I want to do like a glossier lip with this look, so I'm going to first take my Persona Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade OG, and then I'm going to put a gloss over top of it, because I want like a deeper nude gloss, you know? And then I'm going to take my NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Madeline. And then I'm going to take my Jar Cosmetics setting spray in the scent Coconut and just set my face in place. Should I attempt to fix my hair? Let me attempt to fix my hair and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I attempted to put my hair down and make it cute. I looked like a blow-dried poodle, so we are just going to keep her in her nest here, just nice and secure. But that was it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this week's Flashback Friday using the Anastasia Rivera palette. If you guys have any future Flashback Friday palette recommendations or any video suggestions at all, let a girl know down below. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.